welcome to the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 28. I am your host, Austin Suttis. With me, I have, once again, all of us. I have Michael Levine, Shane Nicewonger, Hunter Bertolin, Tyler McClellan. Welcome to the New Year's, gents.
We're here. We made it.
Happy
They
New
let us
Year.
get to 2026. Let's make them regret it.
Well, they're already
them?
making me regret it 4 days in, so.
Oh,
What happened?
that sounds ominous.
Yeah.
So, all right. It has been 4 days, so for, backstory, we are recording this on January 4th. Day one, for Gray, Santa brought him a nice little remote control helicopter because he really wanted a red plane. And we were like, we're not doing that. So we'll do a remote control helicopter. Obviously, he's 4. He can't really pilot it because they don't make them for like under the age of 8. So we found one. It's like, okay, this will be like one that Daddy will get to fly for you, and we'll go out and fly it. And so New Year's Day, I'm off work and Heather has to work. So me and Gray are at home, just the two of us, and we go out to pilot it. Like, we go out in the front yard, we set it on the ground, we go to fly it. I push up on that remote control. It immediately desyncs from the helicopter, and the helicopter just keeps on going up.
Oh,
Yeah, never stopped. Just for a minute and a half, flew up. And there was like a slight wind, so it goes like behind our house and keeps going and keeps going and does not stop to where it's like a dot in the sky somewhere behind our house. And then all of a sudden I see it stop, drop, and that thing's gone.
gone forever.
FAA is not going to like that one.
So I had an almost identical experience with a Temu drone. I basically same exact thing, got it connected and everything. And I mine lasted, it sounds like a little bit longer than yours, but it would fly forward with the stick, but it wouldn't come backwards. So I'm like, what the heck is happening? And I was trying to like turn it around and get it to fly forward. Turns out none of the controls would work except for forward. Well, eventually I pushed it forward once and lost connection, and it just started, it wasn't going up. It was just slowly going forward until it eventually just dropped into my neighbor's yard. And these neighbors are not very nice people. So I sure as heck wasn't going to walk up to them and say, hey, I just lost a $30 drone in your backyard. So it's still sitting in the yard somewhere.
Back?
Yeah, no, that again, like I said, those neighbors, not the most nice people. So I just definitely didn't want to go essentially knock on the door to say I lost my toy in their backyard, like you said. But
That's what we ended up doing. We ended up having to go around the block, met some of my neighbors that I have never met before. And luckily, both of the ones we visited were nice because it's so small and it went so high. I had really no idea distance wise.
Yeah, you can't frame that once it's that small in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, the thing fit in the size of both of my hands. Like, that's how small it was. And so the fact that it got some speed going up. And so, I mean, like I said, it was a dot. And so I was like, maybe these two neighbors are going to be the neighbors that it falls by. Like, I'm trying to judge it, but it's all trees back that way. And so it's like, we asked. Gray was like super excited about doing it, which was funny. So he was like the people would open up the door and he's already told the story. And then we were flying it and it disconnected. And they were like, and I was like, sorry.
He's excited.
So luckily he wasn't heartbroken about it. That it's like, okay, this thing's gone. Like, we won't ever find this thing. He wasn't heartbroken about it, but he has told pretty much every single person he has come across how on New Year's Day we went to go fly his helicopter and the thing just flew itself into oblivion.
Gone forever.
I have a thought.
What's your thought?
If he can't pilot the drone helicopter thing, it sounds like you got a Christmas gift with his name on it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was for him to watch because he likes watching them. And so it was like, okay, like, I'll fly, because I have a like a $250 4K little drone that I have, and he likes seeing it, but he wanted like his helicopter. And so it's like it was his, he just wasn't old enough to pilot it. And apparently it doesn't matter how old you are, because as soon as you press up, the thing's gonna fly off by itself. No one is old enough to pilot that thing.
No.
I used to pilot drones professionally, and I've had a few flyaways like that. I've never lost one. We were at I was flying, doing photos for it was a job site. They were building a new campus, or like a new building behind an old elementary school. Really, really nice building. But it was like a 40, maybe 60-foot gap between the back of the old building and the front of the new building. So I had really kind of a narrow channel, relatively speaking, a narrow channel to fly the drone in to get pictures and stuff at the front of this building. And between some wind and interference from their security system, I had kind of the same thing as we were going. It got interference. It never lost the connection. I watched the camera feed as it flew off and then hit their roof, and then eventually a tree. But it just had some sort of interference that gave it, like, basically thought I was holding one of the sticks like maxed out a certain way where it just flew off. And then between that and the wind, it was just we were never gonna I was never gonna recover that one. So we no permanent damage, thankfully. It just kind of scuffed off their roof, hit a tree, broke one of the props, and knocked the camera off it. But I've had a couple little flyaway moments like that, but they've always been recoverable. I've never straight up lost a drone.
Why do they just fly away like that? Like, if they lose connection, wouldn't they not have any input and they just fall? Or
You would think, and that's what I thought would happen with this, but I mean, you're talking about a child's toy.
Yeah, especially the cheap ones. So, like the good ones, I
it was like
flew
$30.
DJI drones. Yeah, I flew like $800 to $2,000 DJI drones. They did have, like, if it lost signal, that it would go into return to home, which it would go up in the air about 100 feet, where it was over any obstacles. It would return to the point that it took off from based on GPS and land itself.
Yeah, my $250 drone does that same thing.
Right. I mean, that's not a $30 remote control.
right, I would expect that from an expensive drone, but like you said, the $30 drones, why did they just keep going instead of just dropping? I feel like they would just drop.
Well, it just registered the last input it
Right.
received and just locked onto it. It was just like, I was told to go up, so I'm going to keep doing it until somebody tells me to do something else.
Fair enough, I guess.
I mean, it's remote control, so it's operating on a frequency. It registers that frequency input, and then it didn't receive anything else. So it's not like it received me throttling off. It only received the upward motion. And so, yeah, it just flew off and was gone. But that was day one of New Year's. On a good side, has anyone done anything new for the first time in their lives this New Year's?
Well, it's not a whole lot to write home about, but Shane and I, with a group of some other guys, we won in NHL in the EASHL, I guess is what they call it, where you each control an individual person. We won a cup final. They only do those so many times a year. I hope that's not the most exciting thing we've done out of this group that's new, though.
That's about all I've done so far.
You guys, they got a banner.
I made sushi for the first time tonight.
Ooh.
You've had
Homemade.
sushi before, have you?
I've had
homemade?
it. I've never made it.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I thought you
Oh.
said you had it. I didn't realize you
Ooh.
said you made it.
I made a sushi roll tonight. One of the we do White Elephant at one of our Christmases, and the White Elephant gift I walked away with was what's called a sushi bazooka, which just makes it sound a lot more fun than it's just a fancy sushi mold. But
See, I was thinking it was like a t-shirt cannon. That was awesome.
I mean, it looks like
launching
one.
sushi.
you, instead of it being air compressed, you have to a plunger that you like shove it out. But yeah, it looks like one.
Yeah, like I don't eat sushi. I have zero interest in sushi. I would be way more interested in sushi if I could shoot it at other people.
Agreed.
So I got a sushi bazooka, and I have made very like adjacent sushi dishes. Like I've made rice balls, I've made onigiri, I've made masuba. So I've made a lot of things adjacent to, but never have made like a proper sushi roll. And so for the first time tonight, I made a sushi roll, and I was very impressed with myself.
I can be honest, I didn't know what half those words meant, and I was a little bit lost in the idea that we should come up with an actual sushi bazooka to use at Extra Life next year.
I think that'd be a great idea. Austin, you're even welcome to make all the sushi for the bazooka.
Yeah, if I'm making sushi that we're actually launching, it's basically just gonna be a bunch of rice and
And that's
imitation
okay.
crab.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pack that sucker real tight, otherwise it's just gonna scatter shot.
I don't think we
Right.
need to worry too much about what it is, just as long as there are food projectiles at Extra Life.
Now, Brittle, would you take that? I know you're not into the paintballs anymore, but would you do sushi?
Get shot by a sushi. Like I said, it's gonna be more closer to grape shot than it is sushi, but
I feel like a sushi slingshot would be fun.
I bet if we wrap it in like a leaf or something, that would hold it together.
The seaweed. You wrap sushi in
Yeah.
seaweed.
You know what seaweed is? Ocean leaf.
A
Yeah.
water
I
leaf.
still
Ocean
think I'm
grass.
close enough.
Seaweed
A
is
lot-
not
okay.
water adjacent either.
No, it's strictly
Yeah,
water.
it's definitely
It is
of the
fully
water.
committed.
Yeah.
of
Yeah, no, that's what we'll do. We'll just find different ways of launching sushi at Brittle. Like I'll make
That
a
sounds
big
great.
roll. We'll get it in the cannon and launch it at him.
Oh, it could
And
be a
then we'll
contest.
do little small individual slices of sushi, and we'll slingshot it at him.
That's what I was going to say. It
but
should be a
how are you gonna
contest.
launch it though? How are you gonna launch it?
I have an air compressor.
That's where the contest is. Who can create the best sushi launching device?
You just have to get hit with sushi. Don't worry about how we're gonna get it to you.
Brittle sounds
I don't-
scared. I'm not asking any
And-
questions. Do it. to
And
me.
remember, Brittle, Nick is an engineer. He's going to come up with some diabolical stuff.
I'm gonna come up with a potato cannon for sushi.
Yeah.
Is what he's
You're
gonna
going to
do.
get sushi'd at like 1100
kinda what I
feet
have
per
in mind.
second.
Okay, but in fairness, do you think Nick is gonna know how to pack the sushi? Like he's probably gonna have the strongest projectile device, but I bet you when he goes to shoot, that thing is gonna obliterate coming out of the barrel.
Yeah, but are we working together or are we competing against each other? Because my thought was we outsource the engineering to Nick, and as long as you tell him how big a tube you need, you can do the packing. I have an air compressor we can use to charge it.
Well, if Nick's a real engineer, we're not using a tube. He's going to be using a trebuchet, which is the superior siege weapon.
Even I could do that.
Please, God,
don't
bring
know
a
that that's a-
sushi trebuchet to Extra Life.
I feel like we could start a business around this.
Everybody knows
Oh,
the
yeah.
trebuchet is the superior siege weapon.
It's great.
Tabletop trebuchets. Man, now my brain's just going.
Hit me with your best shot, boys. I would love to see somebody try and throw sushi out of a mechanized device.
Well, now we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Now we have a
Alrighty.
goal for November.
Oh
And
boy.
you are the target.
What's the budget for this sushi
Pennies.
shooting device? X.
Pennies.
Good
Oh.
luck.
Whatever you can spend.
I was about to say, whatever you're willing to donate.
I'll contribute $20 to this.
This is going to devolve into just throwing sushi at me. I can
I
see
think
it
we're
now.
the slingshot.
No,
will
no,
just be
no, no.
fine.
Yeah, we can't just use our hands. There's got to be something to it.
Like I can.
Like I said, at the very least, I will go buy. What's a sushi roll? 1.5 inches?
Depends really. The ones I made tonight maybe about 1.5 inches. Yeah.
Honestly, why would you need sushi rolls any bigger than that? Like, that's pretty average for me, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah, so like if they're 1.5 inches, I'll go buy 1.5 inches PVC. Put a fitting on the back end. We'll charge the compressor to about 200 psi. Pack it in there, and then we just need a quick valve that we can open. And I've watched MythBusters. We can do this.
I think you should 3D print something.
What's really going to come into play here is the ingredients of the sushi. Like if I did what I did tonight, which was just bog standard California roll, which is rice, cream cheese, imitation crab, and some avocado. Like, there's not enough heft to that. Like, all of that's pretty loose. But I bet if I like get some like slices of like cucumber in there, get something that has like a little bit more structurally sound material, I think we could make this work.
Well, we could turn
I
it
think so,
into an
too.
experiment too, right? What sushi roll launches the best?
Which one hurts?
Oh,
the
I
most?
love this.
Will it launch? Will it trebuchet? at
Well, then it's
Brittle?
going to be a deep
Will it
fried roll.
trebuchet?
We're going to have to find a deep fried sushi roll to launch at him. That will hold the best.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if you
bet.
should be this eager about this. Is the main ingredient of sushi not like fish?
No,
No? Oh, I thought it had fish in it.
a lot of it does.
Oftentimes,
Okay, because if we're
yes.
using the fish ones, whoever goes back into Michael's house is gonna smell awful. If it's fish
Well, we'll
related.
just hose them off.
That sounds like
outside.
a problem for Michael's house.
It is, but Michael lives there, therefore it's also his problem. Like,
You know what the other problem I have is? We spray champagne over each other, and my house smells like
Right.
champagne for 3 days.
I say we've done champagne. We did the tug of war into shaving cream. I mean, we've done a
Shaving
lot.
cream doesn't really smell that strong.
Driving home after Extra Life is always very nerve wracking because if for whatever reason I get pulled over, I'm gonna reek of champagne.
Well, whose fault is that? Because I had an air mattress ready for you.
My
Yeah.
wife's. I'm gonna blame her today, and hopefully she doesn't listen to this portion. of
Dang,
this
on
podcast.
record, it's out for
Yeah,
the
yeah, it was
internet.
scary. I
here.
regretted it the second it came out of my mouth, but we're gonna live with it.
Well, I guess we're going to clip that and put it on socials and tag her.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
All right, so I've got in my notes sushi launcher for Extra Life.
Good.
And a sub note of that: what type of sushi launches best?
See, I'm gonna go with a deep fried roll. I don't know if I'm gonna master that art by the time we get to Extra Life, but
Master the art
Now,
of a deep
brittle.
fryer.
I have a deep fryer.
deep fried sushi roll. It's done a very different way.
Now, Brittle,
What?
you took paintballs in the back.
Uh huh.
Which way are you going to face for sushi?
I'll face to the front for sushi.
Keeping in mind, I will put a mask on you. Safety first. I'll put a mask on.
I'll face to the front for sushi.
I don't think you need a mask for sushi. You
Screw the mask. I'll commit to a $20 donation for everyone he catches in his mouth.
A
Okay,
pair,
we'll put that. We'll just put safety goggles on then, not
Okay.
necessarily a full mask.
pair of pit vipers would work fine.
Yeah,
I
wear
want.
those.
I want to see. Matt, actually, I want to see the rate of fire for these before I commit to a direction.
I say the first sushi roll goes through
I wanna-
Michael's fence.
Yeah,
Right,
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
that-
I want
Because that last paintball gun was.
I want to see the rate of fire before I put you in front of it too. We'll put a piece of plywood out there and see if we punch through it or not.
Right, like, oh man, that left a dent.
You know,
Hmm.
the funniest part is if that does happen and we get to it and it launches so hard that Michael's like, no, I don't know that this will be safe. I think that will be the biggest win we could possibly have. We have
Right.
created a sushi launching monster.
I agree, because I mean, there's no real hard ingredients in sushi. It's all pretty soft.
And then we immediately call Guinness World Records and say, hey, what's the fastest sushi has ever been launched?
And then we call
I'm also
Lockheed Martin.
convinced that we may have had a tainted paintball experience at this last Extra Life.
Oh,
Uh huh.
and expand.
Well, I'm wondering if the paint went bad. Like for you to be, because you have taken over 100 shots of paintball.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to suddenly bow out, and we were for some reason punching through the fence, either the fence got weaker and you, or there's something wrong with the paint. But I also don't know how to prove that there is something wrong with the paint.
There's something wrong here. I just can't prove it.
Yeah. So like I'm not convinced there's something wrong with the paint. I'm going to go on the safe side. I'm going to get fresh paint for Shane for this summer cuz like I don't know that paint isn't getting hard or something and that's why it hurt you more, why it punched through the fence. So, you know, I don't want to make it like same with the sushi. We're already doing something stupid. I don't want to make it worse than it should be, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, Shane's got a higher pain tolerance than me. That's just straight up. So I was reacting poorly already, and you turned the gun up from what I was used to, and I was wearing less layers. So
So the gun was only turned up realistically about 8 psi.
That's still
I played it up a little bit to get in your head. It's pretty minimal,
Well,
really.
I was going to add that I think there was also a mental side to it. I think Brittle had psyched himself out so much. I mean, months in advance. I remember hearing Brittle talking about it and thinking, I don't think he's going to be able to do it, because I think Brittle definitely got in his own head. And then you added to it by saying the PSI's up. Then maybe the paint's bad. Which I have to say, when you just said a tainted experience, I really thought you were referencing the first time y'all did that and somebody got shot right in the keister. That's what I thought you were going with there. But
tainted experience.
but
He wasn't bent over. There was no taint happening.
not quite. It was straight butt. But yeah, either way, I think there was definitely a lot of mental games going on there in Brittle's own head. I think he psyched himself out a little. Not that I can say anything, because I would
the
too.
fence, Tyler.
I know, I'm talking well before we even got
Twice.
there. But no, yeah, like I said, that's why every time y'all were like, yeah, Tyler's going to get shot, I just say, nope, you were going to be very disappointed, because I will not again, because that sucked.
I mean,
What if I got you fresh paint?
I am still going to say no. I do not ever want to be shot by paintballs again. If I ever
What about
wanted to
fresh
go
paint
play
and a
paintball,
slingshot?
in a slingshot, I can get behind.
Oh, you are
really,
so screwed.
really, really,
Mike,
really.
You're burying the lead. You're burying the lead. Stop burying the lead.
I have training to do, guys. I have to be. I must go.
Well, I almost
All
psyched
right.
myself out when I went down and did it, because I remember I talked so much crap beforehand, and then before the camera cut outside, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, and we just took a bunch of money for me to do this, so I guess I have to.
I did the opposite. Like I was in my head, I'm like, people do this for fun on the weekends. Like, this isn't gonna hurt. It's gonna be a little. It's gonna be like a pinch, right? I'm gonna feel it, but it's not gonna be that bad. I got about 3 in. I was like, dog, this is awful.
It's just gonna suck.
This shit hurts. So yeah, I did the
Seriously,
opposite.
people do it for fun, though. I used to play for fun. I really think we should all go play for fun sometime.
Masochists.
Hey, I feel like it's not as bad when you're only getting shot once or twice every so often.
Disagree.
I would go play. I mean, I would go try it just to say I did it. I used to play airsoft some. That was pretty fun.
I've not done
I've
airsoft.
only done paintball once in my life, and I never got hit during it. So I have never actually been hit with a paintball.
I always just see videos of those people who just they're firing what looks like 100 rounds per second. And I get zero concept of how people can fire a single shot paintball gun that quickly.
Well, because they're not. I mean, they are. It's sort of. There's different methods. And I almost turned one of them on for Extra Life, actually, just to try and speed things up. And then I decided not to, just so we had better control. But so there are different types of triggers. There's some that are extended. So essentially you use both your pointer finger and your middle finger. And so you can go a lot faster that way. There are, and this is the mode my gun has, it fires on pull and release. So every time you pull the trigger is 2 shots. And then mine also has a 3-round burst mode where if I pull the trigger, I think it's twice or 3 times within a second, it goes into that mode. And as long as I can continue pulling one pull within every second, it continues in that 3-round burst up to, I think it's up to 15 balls a second is what mine can do.
Is 3-round burst, is that like allowed in just recreational paintball if you go play somewhere?
Recreational, yes. There's like if you're just going to play for fun, right? If you're playing as, the sport where there's refs and and it's taken a lot more seriously, some of that can be disallowed. But like the dual action trigger, where you fire on pull and release, that I think it can be disallowed. But if you have like the extended trigger where you can pull with both fingers, that's usually perfectly legal.
Got you.
And that's a lot of what you see in like the online, the viral clips online and stuff like that.
People just
You're seeing
launching
guys, they're using 2 fingers.
Yeah. Now we should do that. We should schedule the Extra Life paintball experience, not just Brittle and Shane getting shot repeatedly though. Just the actual one.
I went.
Yeah, everybody wear GoPros. We can make some content out of it. I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
I
would
went-
probably be funny.
I went paintballing one time in high school with my group of friends. We went for one of our friends' birthdays or something. and I was out there and I got hit. It was in what basically equates to probably 3 times the size of a batting cage, but with like the net draped down and everything like that. So it was not a very big field of play, but I got hit, and so I stood up and was walking away, and then proceeded to get lit the fuck up in the back of my head by the entire other team. They said that they didn't hear the guy call me out, but I refused to believe it.
Are you not supposed to walk away with like your hand up?
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
I swear I did, but this was 10 years ago now at this point, over that probably. So I don't know
sounds
what
like
I
you were
did.
playing speedball.
But I got lit up in the back of my head with no protection or anything. That was not a fun day for me.
We did it at the race team. We did it one year as like a little team outing around, like during the off season around Christmas or something like that. And my boss shot me in the foot from 2 feet away.
But that tickled.
Great trigger discipline. Yeah, I was wearing my boots, so it actually didn't. But because we were playing wood ball, so I was actually wearing my boots, so I didn't roll any ankles. So Austin, so do you have a day 3?
No, that's pretty much it. I actually had a thought talking about the woods. It not very almost non sequitur, but there is a tie-in. I had this thought that, once again, going back to my mini notes that I got coming back from Extra Life 2025. People, I don't really know how to frame this one. I don't know if it's I don't understand it or if I just don't like it, but I guess I probably don't understand. I don't understand why people use ninjas as a marketing tool. On my way back,
explain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
on my
this
way
in
back,
Alabama?
not once. One of them was in Alabama, actually. Yes, now that you mention it, the first one I saw was in South Carolina. And then there was one in Georgia, I think one in Alabama, and I think I saw one in Louisiana as well. But different areas of work that had some tie-in, like using like ninjas. Like a couple of them had like ninjas in their name, which did not seem like, I couldn't wrap my head around why that seemed like a good idea. The very first one I saw was like a ninja roofer. And I was like, I don't understand why you thought the idea of a ninja would be good as you're like naming yourself the ninja roofer was a good idea.
Because they're
But there
quiet.
was, like,
They're in and out, and you'll never see
I
them.
was about to say, like, you come back, you've got a brand new roof, and it was like we were never there.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know how roofing works. It's nothing like that, and that's not
Wow.
possible.
Yeah, but you're not marketing to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think marketing is to tell the truth, boy, am I gonna disappoint you.
We're gonna tell you we'll be here for 3 days, but it'll really be 7.
All I'm saying is I feel like you gonna get some lawsuits around like this was not quiet at all. Like y'all made this very loud. But yeah, no, ninja roofer, a ninja plumber, it was some kind of car repair. I don't remember if it was like windows or something like that one. I could kind of see a little bit more. And then there was a fourth one. I don't remember what it was, but I just remember seeing 4 different things. 2 of them where ninja was like in their name. And then the other 2, they're like, oh yeah, we do it as well as ninjas. And it's just like, I can't wrap my head around this. Like, why ninjas as a marketing tool, especially for like a labor intensive job? I feel like you could have used any of other kind of marketing tool for that.
I think it's because people are trying to convey a sense of specialty or elitism, like we do it because, ninjas were considered the best fighters, the most elite fighters of the time. I think that's a lot of it. They're just trying to convey a sense of being elite.
Yeah, but then I feel like you could just use the word elite.
I think they're just trying to tap into. Yeah, but
that's
saying elite's
that's what's
overdone.
fine.
Like, yeah.
But everybody loves a good metaphor, right? Like,
Well, and it also doesn't give you a mascot. What's your mascot if you're elite? You have a mascot if you have ninja.
You can make it anything. You can make it an eagle if you want to.
well, then that doesn't
Eagles
matter.
aren't
No.
elite.
Elite
what
Hippo
are you
Roofing.
talking about?
Okay, yeah. First of all, put some respect on a bald eagle's name.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're the elite scavenger. I think buzzards do it better.
Okay,
They're a
Ben
great
Franklin,
bird.
calm down, get off your soapbox.
Yeah.
The national bird should be the turkey. That's you.
Should be the falcon. If we want a scary bird, our national bird should be a falcon. That's a badass bird.
I mean, I can't argue with that. However,
Falcons aren't
scary?
terrifying. They're just really good birds.
They're badass birds.
bald eagles are more majestic.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
There's nothing more majestic than a peregrine falcon.
I disagree.
Have you seen those things
14-foot
fly?
wingspan?
Yeah, yeah.
Then maybe we should be the albatross.
That's a valid point. But they just leave and never come back. They literally,
I
read
turkey
something
vulture.
that they spend like a good 2/3 of their life in the air, just flying. Like they'll fly for days or weeks at a time.
Well, we're the highest country in the world, so there you go. Maybe we should be in the air all the time.
Are we the highest country in the world?
I figured that was like the
I feel like
Netherlands
you
or
just
something,
threw that
to be
out
honest
there.
with you.
I think there's probably some Colombian countries that are higher than us, but you get the idea.
Some Colombian countries.
Colombia is
Not
a
pointing my
country.
finger at which one.
Yeah, that didn't quite come out of my head, but I
But
think
you're
I got the
probably
point
right
across.
there with the Colombian.
What did you
reference, for
mean
sure.
by that, Michael?
I think there are other countries that partake probably more than the U.S., but I think we're up there.
I don't know. I'm curious about that now. I would like to see what the
Say,
statistics
look that up,
around
Tyler.
that.
Just,
I got
Tyler,
it.
pull that up.
I got it.
Shane's our researcher. Usually.
Shane, pull that up.
Yeah, Shane's our Googler.
Because my bet is honestly like the Netherlands.
In the meantime, while Shane's looking at that, I kind of get what you're coming from, though, Alston. Like, Ninja Roofer to me wasn't awful, but when you said Ninja Plumber or Ninja Plumbing, whatever the name was, that one, you lost me there for sure, because I cannot think of any plumber that I would look at and be like, yeah, guy reminds me of a ninja. And I know that's not the point, but I feel like you're too far away.
No, you tell me you have ninja in your name if the person who comes to service my house weighs anything over 150 pounds, I'm already skeptical.
I don't think it's about physical traits.
I don't think anyone can say they've ever seen the top of the ass crack of a ninja, but they can of their local plumber.
If you call yourself a ninja and you don't put yourself through a ninja regiment, I don't trust you.
All right, Shane has stats.
It looks like it's us, Canada, and Australia.
And us by a large margin.
Wow,
well,
that's
this is
interesting.
just one website. I'm gonna go check other ones.
What are they? What does it calculate? Like drug use per capita or something?
Yeah, that's what I googled.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Let's
And
try.
we had a significant lead.
I'm assuming we're looking at illegal drugs, right?
It called it illicit drugs, which I think is pretty close.
I think essentially means
Because
the same thing.
that's the hard part, right? Is there are certain things that are legal in other countries that aren't here, and vice
True.
versa.
Well,
so-
that, and you also have to account for people that are abusing prescription drugs too, because that should count towards this number.
Well, yes, abusing prescription is illegal. You are correct.
I understand that, but if you specifically, I wonder, like, that's my question: is what are they counting towards this? What types of drugs? All the good stuff?
all the bad stuff, all the
I think
stuff.
Amsterdam
All the
doesn't beat
stuff.
us out.
What makes you think Amsterdam? Without slandering their entire population.
Because they have a lot of drugs that are legal. Like weed's legal. There are some I think they have like a couple of harder drugs that are legal to do. So the legality is there for them.
Well, I guess
where it's
that's
not
why
for
this
us.
is counting. This is
Well,
saying
this is
illicit,
death.
not illegal.
from amphetamines
Oh, well, that's
Deaths, which I would guess is
per 100,000.
I mean, so far
people.
you haven't pulled up a chart that doesn't have us. As
That
the
one's
Yeah.
got us in Brazil pretty close to it.
well, is
Oh, I
that
bet
per
Brazil's-
capita or is this just
This is per
outright
100,000
numbers? Because
people.
yeah.
Okay.
per
I mean,
capita.
these numbers are harder to find than you'd think, but they're all pointing the finger at us.
I don't know. That first site was pretty damning.
Well, yeah, but you go and check more than one site. and They're all
I know.
pretty
I'm just
damn-
saying. I mean, if you look at we're at 3,820 per 100,000, and the next closest is Canada at 21.
Well, so this chart is just drug use. People with drug use disorder.
it's
yeah.
all America.
we've got
Good
the lead.
lord.
yeah, 12 million. To Canada's 7
Hey.
something.
USA reigning champs in drug use.
Right? Yeah, we just can't be beat.
Speaking of views, I gotta call this out
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
because we are now, like I said, as a reminder for those who forgot, 4 days into 2026. Melinda is at 7 counts of pizza.
Oh, I'm at 10 now. I forgot. To update that.
Yeah. I was gonna say I think we should have a pizza count update 4 days in.
Like
7 feels like a lot in 4 days.
Shane was at 6.
I don't know. Shane
No,
and I are
I'm
at 6.
I'm at 10 now.
He's at 10
Well, you
now.
haven't put it in.
Yeah, I didn't put it in. I'm putting it in right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just looking at this. So for those of you who don't know, we, for some reason, decided we would count all the pizza slices we would eat throughout the year. Because we went to pizza.com. They told us the average was what, 42, 46, something like that?
Yeah, in that range.
Yeah, it's
thought it
like
was like
42 to
60.
46
I thought it was 63. Isn't it
per
in the chat?
person a year.
46.
46.
46.
And so we were like, well, let's test this. So everyone who is a part of the Roundabout crew is keeping track of their pizza count. Shane's leading 4 days in with 10 slices of pizza. Obviously, I think there is some, I mean, it is average, so it's going to be skewed. I'm at a whole 0.
You gotta hurry up
in
in
this
this
10.
race.
It's not at a competition.
I would be if we had started this on December 31st, I'd be at 9.
Yeah.
I burned a few a day early.
They were just calling to you in the fridge, huh?
We you know, New Year's Day, there's just not a ton of restaurants open, and we didn't want to have to do more work, so we ordered pizza on Wednesday so that we wouldn't have to make anything Thursday. So
That's fair.
yeah, we ate some pizza on Wednesday, and then I was like, oh, this doesn't go towards my count.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Which, once again, not a competition. Because I feel like if you're trying to eat the most, you're going to skew the spirit of this counting. Like, if you're
That
like,
was my
I have to win
concern.
more, then you're not actually going for a true average for yourself. You're trying to go for the most, which defeats the purpose of the counting. So
No,
Shane
I'm not
is
going for the
already-
most.
I know.
I'm not going
Shane's
for the
already
most.
a quarter of the way to the average 4 days in, and he has 361 days to go.
Well, and with Shane's level of ability to commit to the most useless things, and that does not include finishing a video game, Shane, we haven't forgotten. I have a feeling Shane's going to end this year with like 722 slices of pizza.
No,
this rate,
because
yes.
what I'll do, I'll eat pizza when it's around, but I don't always go to search out pizza. Like, there's going to be a long time, I think, before I have more pizza. So people that
We definitely
eat it
have to
more,
avoid manipulation, though, is the point, I think.
Well, and we know like Nick's on the road a lot, so pizza is very prevalent as a road food. So his count is often higher as well.
I'm
But
surprised Nick's not on the board yet.
I don't think Nick knows he needs to keep track.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. He
He's
was
put in
commenting
the
about it
chat.
earlier.
Yeah, he's put it in the chat.
I would eat a lot more pizza if my wife liked it more.
He said Nick said his rough estimate for the month of December is 20.
Wow.
True. So that's why I was like, he knows about it. I don't know if he remembers that he's keeping account with the rest of us, though.
Is Roundabout about to have
I'll ping
an average of 200 plus slices of pizza a year?
I'm gonna bring it down. Like I feel like I'm gonna be our low end guy. Like I'm gonna estimate that my average for the whole year might be only 30.
I'll definitely surpass the average. I don't think it'll be a crazy number by any means.
Nice Discord reminder there, Mike.
Yeah, I saw. Well, when I saw it, I thought he was like about to say something to us about, "Hey, stop talking about pizza. We don't need to talk about this so much."
No. We should.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this needs to be an every episode thing for the year, but I think we'll have pizza count check-ins throughout.
Well,
the year.
Austin,
yeah,
there
for
goes
sure.
our idea for a 15-minute pizza segment every week.
It's fine.
Well, I can tell you what happened in my case.
Oh, go on.
I didn't eat breakfast Friday. Got home from work around noon. I put a DiGiorno's pizza in the oven, and it wasn't a very big one. And I skipped breakfast, so I ended up eating most of it. And then for dinner, somebody else ordered a pizza. So, like, quite literally Friday, all I ate was pizza. And then I think for breakfast, I woke up late because Tyler and I played NHL until 2 in the morning. I thought pizza will do. So that's why it's at 10. Now, I'm probably not going to eat it for a couple more weeks. But, I don't think I'll go on runs where it's pizza and then no pizza. It'll go up and down.
I don't know what happened. It all happened so fast. Now I'm at 10 slices.
Right.
I'm 10 slices in.
I know exactly what happened. I just told you.
I don't think he knows what happened. I think he's
Yeah.
still dazed and confused
he
from the
stays-
pizza hangover.
Shane actually just woke up one morning and he just slumped over. He woke up and there was like pizza crust and grease all over his
Surrounded
shirt.
by
Just-
pizza boxes.
Yeah, just what happened?
I think that would be a great intro to like what's that theme, that style of movie? It's like where it's all black and white.
Noir?
There's like a whole
Noir?
Yeah. That would
The
be a
old
great
detective
noir
movies?
movie intro with Shane just waking up with pizza crust on his like laying on his stomach and crumbs all over his mouth.
Narrator in the background.
Start of a detective movie trying to figure out what happened to the last slice of pizza and Shane's on the run.
Yeah, I had it more as a hangover kind of thing.
Yeah, just walking around Vegas all day trying to figure out what happened.
Where'd my pizza go?
He's
Mike
got
Tyson drops him.
one little drop of barbecue and he can't figure out where the barbecue came from, and then finds out that there's a restaurant that's like famous for their barbecue pizza, and he had that as like a last minute thing. But it does beg the question, because I have been looking at this count. We've got some people that I feel are coming in strong for the new year with their count. Obviously, me at 0. What do you think is the food you consume the most in a year?
Tacos.
Chicken tenders.
Ham sandwich.
Oh, yeah, I guess a ham sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, because I have that for lunch fairly often.
I have that for
I would say
damn near every
rice.
day.
We eat rice with a lot in our house.
See, mine is going to be just like rice and chicken, because I do like
Yeah.
a various amount of different types of chicken.
It's always
But-
bulking season for Austin.
I mean, I do rice and chicken all the time. I mean, 2 nights ago, I made rice with my homemade chicken teriyaki, and I used 4 full chicken breasts, and we ate it for 3 days. So, I mean, I had
Yeah.
rice and chicken, 3 dinners, and 1 lunch.
Yeah, we do have a lot of chicken also.
Yeah,
I
we
do
eat
a
a
lot
lot of
of
chicken, and rice is like the most common side we have.
Is
at our
this a
house,
cop
for
out?
sure.
Lettuce? If we're going
Do you eat a lot
rice.
of salads?
If you eat a lot of lettuce, then no.
Are you a rabbit?
No, but hear me out. Like if I go to Texas Roadhouse, I normally get a salad. Like most places that sell a
Yeah.
salad, I get a
Uh-huh.
salad. Burgers have lettuce on it. Chicken sandwiches
No.
have lettuce on it.
They shouldn't.
Well, see that. Well, okay, hold
See,
on.
I'm
Then
with
you're not
Shane.
eating lettuce as like your most food. I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
you're
when you
not
put
eating a
lettuce, like,
salad
on
for
a
lettuce.
burger.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
got
I see where
point.
he's coming from, though. He is talking about a particular ingredient that can stand on its own as well.
But like if we're saying
it
rice,
can.
like you just said, what's the thing you eat? Not a particular meal. You just said, what's a thing you eat?
That's fair.
And I think he's got a good point.
I think
Well,
that's
because
fair.
even whether he's eating a burger, if he's eating chicken, if he's just eating a salad just to eat one, all of them have
Yeah.
lettuce. There's always lettuce.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, well, how deep do you go with that? Because then you can just say sugar.
No,
I
that's
mean-
that's
No,
different.
because I don't eat a lot of sugar. Like I'm
Like,
very
if you just
conscious
put
about not
raw
eating a lot of
sugar- yeah, like if you just put plain sugar on top of everything you eat, then yeah, I would allow it.
I don't know how
But not-
long you can do that before you end up at a hospital.
Diabetic.
you guys aren't just eating a spoonful of sugar as dessert.
Yeah,
Isn't that
so
what
health
Mary
and medicine
Poppins
go down.
says?
I couldn't even.
Yeah.
I couldn't even say that without laughing.
I will say one of my guilty pleasures. I don't eat cereal much at all, but when I do, a lot of times I will put sugar on top of it.
Depends on the
lot.
cereal for me.
That's very true. Yeah, I'm not just anything, but like call me crazy on this one. I'll add extra sugar to Frosted Flakes,
yeah, you're a
Cheerios.
psycho.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
Honey Nut
you're gonna
Cheerios
be
with sugar
diabetic.
on top.
The sugar and Cheerios is, I feel like everyone in America grew up with.
Yeah, Rice Krispie, like what's the little? I guess is it just Rice Krispie cereal?
Yeah.
Have you ever had those? Those with sugar on them are good. Yeah,
I went
You're just
to
a sugar addict.
not
I
really.
went
That though is the
to-
thing.
I went to Italy
raw
and
sugar
did
on
like
everything. Sorry, go on, Brittle.
No, I'm good. I only tried to start it 4 times.
Just trying to beat down Tyler. Go on. You were saying you went to
No.
Italy once?
Yes, I went to Italy actually I've been to Italy twice, subtle flex. But the first time I did like a homestay thing with like a family that lived there. And one of they made me breakfast in the morning and they asked me, do you want sugar in your milk? And I wasn't even thinking. And I was like, sure, why not? And then I was like, wait a minute, what? And then sure enough, they put extra sugar in my milk and served it to me. It was sweet as all hell. I was like, is that a cultural thing here? Or did they just do that because I'm an American and they think that I put sugar on everything? And to this day, I still don't know.
You didn't ask?
Oh, I was going to say, did you not ask?
I was gonna say,
'Cause I would
even if
have.
they did. Even if they did it because you're an American and you put sugar on everything, you proved them right.
I was about to say, that's the funny thing.
That's not something that I normally do. I just said yes because I don't. It was early in the morning. I had no idea what was happening.
These fat asses want sugar on everything.
Exactly. That's why I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, am I just an American slob now? Is that what I am?
Yes.
Because I said yes to that.
She walked back in the kitchen to her husband or whoever you were staying with and was like, oh my God, they really do drink it
They
like that.
really
So
do.
true.
I thought somebody was pulling my leg.
I did not help the American stereotype in 10th grade.
That's
They
hilarious.
do
I don't know.
exist.
Part of me wants to look it up if it's a common thing in Italy, but now I don't want to know either. I want to be in Brittle's shoes. I just want to go on thinking maybe that's what they thought.
Schrodinger's diabetes.
Close your eyes if you're looking at Shane's stream. He's looking it up. If you don't want to know, don't look.
No, I do want to know. I'm glad that I brought it up on the podcast so I could talk about it because that's bugged me to this day. That was, I was in 10th grade, so that's more than 12, 13 years ago now.
Okay, according to this AI,
Oh boy,
Italians do
AI,
not
love
typically-
them.
all right, well, this is all talking about coffee.
We've talked about this on the podcast.
Well, and in fairness, though, you could probably pick any random family in the world and they have some weird thing that they eat that's not normal or is unusual.
You're not an AI friendly podcast.
We don't want your
No, I mean-
information from no damn clanker.
Well, it said the same thing about American.
So yeah, Shane, that's enough searching. I think those people just genuinely thought Americans took sugar with their milk.
It could be.
That's what I'm thinking. And I didn't even come to that like realization that could be a possibility until like
Right now.
weeks, months afterwards. And I was looking back on it, like, why did they ask me? It's because I'm an American, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what?
you got stereotyped.
I got profiled.
I wonder
That
if they
feels-
were doing it just as like a test. Like not necessarily that they think Americans do it, but like I wonder if they were just like effing with you. Like what can
Is
we
this
get
American
this
dumb
guy
enough to fall for
do?
this?
Right?
They're
Yeah, what can we
just over
get
there giggling? They're
Right.
giggling throughout the whole
Yeah.
breakfast every time Brittle takes a sip of his milk.
I was a socially inept 10th grader at the time. I absolutely could have been fooled into doing just about anything.
Like what can we get this kid to consume?
Watch this idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin, you said at the top before we started recording that you were angry at Tyler. Are you ready to get into that?
I don't know who that is.
You've been talking to him for.
You've been talking to, you can't do that. We're
Almost an
50
hour.
minutes into this recording. You can't double back on it now.
What do you mean?
Austin, tell us why you're unhappy with me.
Like more than usual?
Yeah,
No,
because I
good.
think I have a good rebuttal.
No, I'm all right.
Okay,
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I love Tyler.
I love you too, Austin. I guess we're gonna leave the audience high and dry.
I was gonna say, what a shit part of the episode. I guess I'll have
Yeah.
to cut
I
that out.
don't
Now
know
we
why y'all are trying
I know
to
why
bring
he's
this
mad.
like I have a problem with Tyler. I don't have a problem with Tyler.
Me and Austin get along better than any other two people on this entire podcast.
I
I'll go
talk
as
to
far as
him
say
more
it.
than anybody else throughout the
We
week.
do.
I'm
We
being-
have been talking a lot lately.
I mean, the past 2
being
days
gaslit.
he's
I don't
ghosted
like
me
it.
like I was a high school like girlfriend, but you know it's fine.
I have been a bad teammate / friend, but I will take this opportunity to say, I remember when I first started asking Austin about playing Tarkov, he was always very hesitant.
I
And at one
remember when
point-
I first asked Austin out.
Yeah,
Well, he was
That's
always
what
very
I thought it was
hesitant.
going to. I was on
Yeah.
the same track as that.
He was playing hard to get, But I stuck to my guns and kept asking him to play Tarkov. But he finally out and out said it. He was like, "Yeah, I don't usually like to play Tarkov with other people. I like to play alone," which I can get because Tarkov is one of those games that's a whole different experience.
Well, it's okay. It's not that I like to play it. I've played it solo for 6 years. It's
Yeah.
not that I like to do it. It's what I know. And so to like do something for 6 years for 3,000 hours and to be like, hey, you want to try something new? I was like, I don't know if I do. Like, nothing against the person asking. It could have been Michael, and I could have been like, man, I love you.
I don't know.
We can go do something else.
But I think us playing Tarkov as a duo has been a very positive experience. We have
Right. Whenever Tyler actually wants to play with me.
Well, listen, Shane has kidnapped me to play these
Yes.
NHL playoffs, which
Uh-huh.
have gone well. It was
Yeah.
worth it, and we did get us a cup. But I'm back on the Tarkov grind, and you can ask Shane. Literally earlier, one of our teammates was about to not show up, and I said, and I was kind of annoyed, I'll admit, at the time, but I said, screw this. If he's not coming, I'm going back to play Tarkov. I think Austin's on.
Yeah, we were
So
we were hour and a half. We were supposed to start playing at 2:00, and we didn't start until 3:30 when we found a sub.
I think we already decided Elliot doesn't listen to this podcast, so I can say this. There have been a couple times where I've been playing with Elliot and
dropping
OJ.
him.
Well, I mean, we have before, and I said maybe we shouldn't say that. He can listen, and Michael said he's not going to listen.
I mean, I highly doubt he ever listens to this.
But either way, there were a few times I bailed on them to come play with Austin. So yeah, I have been a shitty Tarkov teammate the past couple days. I will fully admit and take blame.
No, you've been a great
Right.
teammate. You scored a lot of good goals for us.
Yeah, but it didn't help the Tarkov progress, and I've fallen quite a fair few levels behind Austin now because of it. Not that I was ever even with him, but I was closer than I am now.
That Tarkov also has the thing that, like, for anyone who ever played RuneScape back in the day, there is a
great game.
fantastic game. I mean, they relaunched OS, and it had more players than I think the current version of RuneScape.
Yeah.
But it in that thing, there's this whole thing that how it's a meme at this point, but how 92 is half of 99. And what that means is the experience it takes you to get to 92, level 92 in something, you have to get all of that experience again just to get from 92 to 99. Tarkov is a similar way. As you level, it requires more and more experience to get to the following level. And so, like, at this point, I'm probably more than double Tyler's experience needed to get to my level. So it has been, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to run the same raids as each other. I mean, if me and him loaded in at the same time, we're going to load in despite our level differences. I played a game the other day. I'm level 38 and ran into a level 3 and a level 4 running together. So, I mean, the game's, well, as we have said, is a brutal game, and it takes no prisoners and will throw you into a situation you're not prepared for, and it's sink or swim. But
Well, so I feel like every game has those experiences where it happens once or twice, and you all of a sudden realize that you're not a new player or somebody learning the game anymore. You could be considered a veteran of the game now. And I've had a few of those, and what Austin's talking about, where I load in and I drop a dude from however far away. I'm like, dang, that was an awesome kill. And I get over there and he's a level 4, and I'm like, oh, I'm such a bad person. Like, I feel bad for killing super low levels because they were just trying to get around. They're just trying to learn the game. So yeah, it's been fun though. Like I said, it's a fun game. I feel like we have brought this up in about every week's podcast for a couple minutes.
yeah, it's because the
I
only thing.
promise we are not a Tarkov podcast.
No. Me and Austin have just been consumed by it of late.
Yeah, it's the only thing that I do, and I hope sometimes that Tyler joins me is all.
Yeah.
That's not true. We played Jump Space
Yeah.
on Friday.
We did play jump sets. Fantastic time.
Yeah, first time in a few weeks. They added a bunch of new stuff. That was really cool. I really enjoyed our time in Jump Space.
Which I also missed for hockey.
You did. You and Shane missed the jump space.
You know what?
But they got their
We
championship.
sacrificed a lot this weekend, but we won the championship. So
That
if
was a
we
funny
didn't win, it would have been a lot
experience.
more disappointing. But and that was the first time too. Like we've never had people like we're always teaching somebody new how to play the game, and this is the first time we had. You've got to get 5 people on at the same time because you're at a real disadvantage if you have an AI on your team. And we finally had it, so I'm like, this is the weekend we need to go for it, and we got it. So it was kind of worth it.
Wild that coming from Shane, he doesn't want an AI on his team, but he always reads the AI overview. Are you pro or non AI? I can't tell.
Most things I'm negative towards AI. Not always, but most things. I think it'll be a net negative.
I'm amazed that's not come up as a full-blown podcast conversation yet. I'm sure it will eventually.
What?
Just the AI conversation of when's it acceptable, when's it not.
It's
It's
not.
such a nebulous thing. I personally don't use it for anything.
AI has made my electricity bill go up double the amount. I hate AI.
It's making all of your computer parts go up too.
Yep. Everything that
RAM is
I
insane
have
now.
an invested interest and or is adjacent to my living status has gone up because of AI. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I got the new iPhone, and they touted Apple Intelligence and everything with it. I got it, and I haven't used it for anything that I couldn't use the previous version of.
Yeah, I don't know where the Apple Intelligence is.
Yeah, it isn't. That's the point. It hasn't been rolled out yet.
They just wanted the tagline to say they have AI.
Well, no, I mean they have publicly delayed it and said that they've delayed it. They have, I don't remember which one. It's Chat GTP, but I don't remember which model baked in at the moment for some minor stuff. But yeah, Apple Intelligence as their product has publicly been delayed. That's why you're not finding it.
How will Apple Intelligence make my phone call more enjoyable?
I have no idea. I mean, allegedly, I've heard that it could do live translation. So if you talk to somebody who's not speaking English, it might make it more enjoyable.
Have you ever gone out of your way to
semi-practical
call somebody that doesn't speak the same language as you?
Yeah, most of the time when I call support for something.
Well, and you also have that's more business. And Austin, I feel like this would be a good time to mention to them too that Samsung's had that for these three that Samsung's had that for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your
that's
pictures
what
still
you
look
said.
like they're in 420p.
I had this. Oh,
talking
Well,
about?
joke's on you. I don't take pictures, asshole.
Mine does 8K video. What are you on about?
yeah, I mean, I had this conversation with my sister the other day. You can be elitist all you want. At the end of the day, they are very close in capability. There's some things that Samsung does better. There's some things Apple does better. At the end of the day, the reason I'm with Apple is convenience with family. That's 100% it. My family is on Apple, so I'm on Apple because it makes it easy to do things like FaceTime with my dad and let him watch the kids open presents because he wasn't able to come to North Carolina this year. Just it's convenience. That's the only reason I'm
I wish you
quote
wouldn't have pulled at
unquote
the
brand loyal.
heartstrings. I was gonna call you a sheep, but now I would feel bad.
Well, so yeah, I was going to counter his by saying that my brother is on Apple. And the only reason why he is on Apple is because he bought a ballistics app on his iPhone and it doesn't transfer over to Android. And so he wants his ballistics app. And that's the only reason why he's on there.
Well, okay, yeah, that's
Married to the
an
game.
awesome
Ryan.
reason.
Married to the
I'll
game.
go
I get
ahead
it,
and
dude.
Bring the tone down a bit.
Yeah, that's
an
Ryan.
awesome
He's
reason, man.
yeah, he has his own reasons. We know. I know Ryan very well, and that is
Apple
totally
is
on
definitely
brand.
convenient. Yeah.
It's convenient, and
Apple
it's easy. They've made an ecosystem that's easy for older people to use. My grandparents are on it. My mom is more tech savvy, but there's still times that I have to explain stuff to her. It's just easy. I don't have to I've not had to explain anything on an iPhone to my mom or my grandparents in a long time because it doesn't change much. So now that they've learned it, there's nothing, they don't have to worry about side loading apps or any of these stuff that, yeah, I would love to be able to do, but it's just a heck of a lot more convenient, especially from a family perspective, for us to be on Apple.
Well, and then
Like
you get
I've
craft
got
ammo.
nothing. I've got nothing against Samsung, and I would have one if it weren't for the rest of the family.
I tried an Apple a couple years back when I worked at a phone store. This has been many generations ago now, or many versions ago now, but I had Samsungs for so long, and I tried it. I had it for about 2 years, and when I eventually decided to trade it back in, I went back to Samsung, and I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I mean, as a power user of technology, I can see some of the benefit of it. The people who say that there's a wide gap between the two, I briefly back in the Sprint days, I had both. Back when Sprint would give NASCAR teams a phone for their PR people, I had our team assigned phone for a while. Used both side by side. Had my iPhone, had the Samsung. The pros and cons to both. Hardware pros and cons, software pros and cons. The people who are, super diehard about one or the other, I find to just be either willingly stubborn, which I think is Austin, or
What?
ignorant.
I had an iPhone. I have nothing against that.
No, you're just willfully stubborn about things.
See, I'm the
Never.
stubborn one. I make fun of everybody with a
Since when?
Samsung.
Give me one example.
You want to talk about the pink belt you had in high school?
Nope.
I don't know what that is, but that's funny.
As a long-running debate between myself and him, and even my mom is in on it.
Oh, there's a lot of people in on it.
Well, yeah. He had a pink studded belt that he got at Spencer's. Hot Topic.
Hot Topic.
Same store, almost.
Virtually.
Yeah, and he, for years, claimed that it was red and not hot pink.
Well, okay.
Metallic hot pink.
It was metallic pink. Oh, hot pink. Let's calm down.
It was pretty hot.
It was metallic pink. The problem that I had is I bought it at Hot Topic. If anyone's ever been in a Hot Topic, they don't have bright lights in there.
No, lighting is awful.
It's very dim. And so when I saw it, it looked almost kind of like a blood red. And so I was like, man, this is a really cool belt. I'm in high school. I'm of that, I was in the emo phase. So like I was like, I'll buy my blood red studded belt. And then as soon as I got home and got it in light, it wasn't red. But my God, for 20 years did I tell people that it was red.
And he's not kidding when he says 20. He's not kidding when he says 20 years, because it was earlier this year is the first time I ever heard him finally admit that it was pink.
That's hilarious.
No, I held on to my guns for a fucking long
respect the commitment, sir.
Did you not go to somewhere with more lighting and realize, oh, this is the wrong color, and maybe I'll take it back?
He did, clearly, because he admitted it, but he could not admit fault.
No, what he did was wear it almost daily for the next 10 years.
All right, 10 years is a little much. It was maybe 8 months, because then the stud started falling out.
No, it was more than 8 months.
That sounds like a Hot Topic product.
I'll say it was a Hot Topic product. They don't last long.
Before I even realized this was a color debate, when you said a pink studded belt, I was like, I don't know why, but that's the most believable thing I've ever heard about Austin in my life.
Oh, yeah. If people who know me, I don't have weird, oh, pink's not a manly color, I can't wear this. No, if I thought it was pink, I would wear the shit out of it and claimed it. It's the fact that I bought it under the impression that it was a blood red belt. And because I bought it in Hot Topic and I couldn't actually see what was going on, made me mad. And so I was just stubborn about it and was just like, no, this is a red belt. And everyone's like, it's pink. I'm like, no.
Gaslighting's not real. This is a red belt.
Yeah, I'm basically gaslighting myself into believing this.
Yeah, so back to what I was talking about, willfully stubborn.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife loves that trait about me.
I'm aware.
That's called being facetious for those who don't know.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah.
In case you were lost.
Turns out Heather is not a fan of that trait of yours.
No. She loves me, though. But anyways, we are coming up on time for this episode. Thank you all. I hope everyone had both a fantastic holiday season as we come into this new year. I'm actually curious, is there anything that you're doing for this New Year's? If it's a New Year's resolution, we haven't really talked about us doing that. I guess counting pizza is technically a resolution, but that is what we're doing here at Roundabout all year long, counting our pizzas. Some of us made sushi for the first time. If you did anything new for this New Year's, leave a comment, like this podcast, share it so that other people can probably come up with a fun new thing of making sushi and or losing a helicopter into space. But we here at Roundabout really appreciate everything that y'all have done as listeners over the past, as we found out, 3 months today. Someone
I
thought it was 4. We're not going to name anything. Shut up, Shane. But we appreciate y'all. I do have one final question for you guys, though. How do y'all feel I did today with the podcast? Like, as me?
Great as always.
You're naked, aren't you?
Oh my God, he did it.
Yes, sir.
He's.
I thought it was a 5-star performance.
Thank you.
Oh, that was awesome.
What?
Oh,
You did great. We
Were you
did
not
not.
there
know.
I'm
for
so
this
confused.
conversation?
I don't think he
I
was.
was.
No,
Oh,
Brittle.
great.
I don't think Brittle was.
Brittle. Oh,
What happened?
Brittle.
Several weeks ago,
So this is where we find out Brittle doesn't listen to podcasts he's
Yeah.
not on.
right?
I don't listen to
Um,
the podcast.
he doesn't know our own
He
podcast
doesn't listen to
lore.
the ones he's on.
Yeah, I don't listen to the ones I'm on. I hate my voice.
Yeah, but what about the ones you're not on?
Shut up. Anyway, Austin.
Anyways, several weeks ago, probably a little over a month now. Yeah, because it was at the end of November. I had Gray turned 4, and I was building him a new bed. The bed gave me the worst headache trying to build. It was a nightmare trying to build it. But it short version of this is at the end of it, I finished it 3 minutes after we were supposed to come sit down and start recording. But I had to take a shower. So I jumped in the shower real quick, just threw a towel on and came and sat down and recorded. And so there was the question of if I am naked for a podcast, do I podcast better?
Huh.
And so the thing is obviously that was a washed one because I was just furious, and you should go back and actually listen to our podcast. It was a good episode. But
So it's one of our most listened to episodes, actually.
is it really? That's
Yes.
awesome. But yeah, no, I was on a heater that night of anger about that bed. And some people or Mike asked, do I podcast better nude? And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm doing good with this one just because of my anger issues. And so there was the challenge of going one whole podcast without announcing it to see how well I podcast if I am nude. And that was this.
And if we
podcast.
could tell a difference in quality without knowing whether he was naked or not.
Yeah.
True.
I did not
That's
notice
awesome.
a difference.
I have to commend you for following through with it. Not that I had any doubt that you would, but yeah. And you just introduced it the best way possible, too. I don't know if you heard me. I immediately said, oh my God, he did it.
Well,
That's
I'm glad
awesome.
I
Well
glad
done,
I could
Austin.
offer that for y'all.
For sure.
Hats off to you, sir.
I will get naked for y'all for many reasons.
And on that
Anyway,
bombshell,
thank you for listening to this podcast. Please follow us on all these socials, either Roundabout Gaming or Roundabout. Is it Pod or Pro?
Pro.
Pro. Because I think
Productions.
actually last week you actually said Pod, and it threw me off.
Well, we were talking specifically about the podcast, and it is the Roundabout Podcast.
Yeah, but you said find us on socials at Roundabout Pod.
No, we were talking
We
about...
hope you can find our socials because we
I
don't even know
proof.
what they're named.
I
didn't-
mean,
I
when
didn't-
you, I will.
I
proof
didn't
it. I'll
do
make
the
sure.
socials last week. You did all the socials last week. On stream, you asked me what it was on Spotify, and I said it's Roundabout Podcast. But no, our company is Roundabout Productions.
Roundabout Pro, Roundabout Gaming on all of them except for Truth, as we will continue to remind you, do not try and find us there. Not
Or
political.
Mastodon. We're not
Or
on
Mastodon. I still don't. I
What the
didn't
heck
even
is
know.
that?
I don't even know
Yeah.
what it is.
It's a place to go. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
bye.